let's talk about which characters will be featured on the upcoming worldwide download celebration banners. The reason why I have Cooler and Goku pulled up is because this is the only celebration in which we can reference, because this worldwide, if you didn't already know, is going to be a Dokkan Fest as well as a carnival character. So the only other Dokkan Fest X Carnival celebration we've had in the past for worldwide was indeed the 2022 worldwide download celebration. So we're going to be basing it off of this. And I'll tell you now, the Dokkan Fest side of things is usually very easy to predict. The Carnival banner, on the other hand, is a little bit wonky. But let's just go ahead and get into it. I will mention this as a really quick thing. If you have summoned on Topo or Cell Max or any other banner on Global or JP in the last 24 hours, and again, just a single summon, not you know, I feel like singles is diabolical at this time, right before you got caught lacking today, is my point. And since you got caught lacking, before you subscribe, drop down, give me 15 push-ups, because what are you doing? And then since you got caught lacking, you got to subscribe. It is what it is. Now, of course, if you didn't perform a single in the last 24 hours, and you're good to go. All right, save your stones. Worldwide is here, baby. Worldwide is here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it. So first things first, let's tackle the Dokkan Festival banner side of things. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you unit for unit, and then at the end I'm going to have you know, a thing here that's going to make it a lot easier to digest visually. But I want to discuss why I'm talking about the characters I'm talking about, just so that it makes sense for you. So this is the Dokkan Festival banner that we're talking about here. I mean, it's obviously featuring the Goku, but of course this is gonna be what we're basing it off of. Now, worldwide, they are very formulaic in how they end up kind of, you know, structuring these banners. And the first thing we notice automatically on this banner is that there are two previous worldwide characters. We have a 2021 worldwide character in Namegoku and a 2020 worldwide character in what's it called? The LR Bootanks here, okay? So that means that it's very easy for us to predict, most likely. And, you know, when we do these videos, we're pretty spot on most of the time. It just depends on which character we're actually going to focus on. But the point is that when it comes to Goku's banner, we can expect at least two previous worldwide download celebration characters on his banner. One could easily be AGL, Goku, and Vegeta. And the other one could easily be if it's going to load here, STR Cooler. Yes, because STR Cooler is the 2022, and since we're literally in 2024, so one would be the 2023 Worldwide Dokkan Fest, and the other will be the 2022 Worldwide Dokkan Fest. Now remember, 2022 had two two Dokkan Fest characters in 2022. Part 1 had Cooler, Part 2 had Goku and Vegeta. So this STR Cooler slot could easily be Goku and Vegeta when it comes to this, you know, Broly trio character here. Just keep that in mind. Then we have a previous anniversary character, right? Evolution Blue Vegeta was the 2021 Dokkan Fest for the anniversary. So since we're in 2024, the 2023 one of the 2023 anniversary LRs, of course, was the Z Boys here. Now, this could easily be replaced by the GT Duo. Remember that these Dokkan Fest banners mirror each other. So in part 1, you know, this is what the banner looked like for Cooler, but in part 2, the Dokkan Fest had full power Frieza, right? The mirror opposite of Goku. AGL UI, the mirror opposite of Evolution Blue Vegeta. STR Vegeta, so you get the point, right? So if let's say Cooler comes in part 1, then it's going to be AGL, Goku, and Vegeta in part 2. Same thing with this Goku and Vegeta. If this Goku and Vegeta, the Z Boys, the Majin Buu Saga duo, end up being in this part 1 banner, then part 2 is going to have the GT Boys and vice versa. But one of these two should be on the banner. Then we do have the Golden Week character. So on this banner, you can see there is a Golden Week character. This is the Golden Week character of the same year, 2022. This was Cell and Gohan and Goku. So this year's Golden Week celebration was Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Buu. Now again, It could be Fat Boo, or it could be Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but this slot should belong to one of the Golden Week characters. And then last but not least, we do have STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who was a December Dokkan Fest for JP, and they always bring back those December Dokkan Fest during Worldwide. So, for example, this Goku and STR Kid Boo, it could have been either or, but those were the Dokkan Fest the December Dokkan Fest characters. So for this slot, it could be either in Tyrudagard, or it could be STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Just keep that in mind. Those 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess 5. Yeah, so those 5 characters, the first 5, are very, very, very easy to predict. The last 3 are the ones that are kind of hard to really gauge, because the last 3 aren't really formulaic. It just ends up being, you know, some characters who could end up relating in some way, shape, or form, right, to the Dokkan Fest itself. So obviously, Goku, base Goku, and Super Saiyan Goku fought Cooler. Not this exact form of Goku, but you get the point, right? Gohan was also present in the Cooler movie, and S tier Cooler just makes sense because it's Cooler, right? So when it comes to the trio here, there's actually quite a few possibilities, and I'll just pull this up now. So this is what the banner should look like, right? We have Goku as well as the banner unit. We don't know who that's going to be just yet. And then we have the first 5 characters here, like I mentioned, in the order in which, I'm not going to say this is the exact order that they'll appear in, but something similar to this. Again, if it's not the AGL Blue Boys, I mean, I guess it can't be Tex and Monster, right? Because that'll be the other banner. But if it's not the Z Boys, it'll be GT Duo. If it's not Cooler, it'll be the Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. If it's not AGL, not Blue, this is not Legends. What am I talking about? And if it's not Int Boo, it'll be the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then in Hyrule if not Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But these are the other characters it could be. I pulled up 5, and I actually just realized that we could actually have some more here. STR, the OG STR Legendary Super Saiyan Broly could be here. The physical Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan Broly, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly could also be here. But these options are also possible as well, right? Trunks does appear in the movie. Obviously, not this specific form of Trunks, but you get the point. Goku's always going to be relevant. Bardock is related to Goku, right? We have both Piccolo and Gohan appearing in this movie as well. So these are options that I'm not going to say they need to return on Global, but it's like, it's been we could definitely get some of these characters to reappear in the shop. I mean, I'm not a big fan of any of these characters besides, maybe Ultimate Gohan or maybe this Goku. But at that point, it's like, I'd rather just put the Brolys on there, right? Why not, right? Why not? It can't be a shaft you pull Broly on a multi, right? Anyway, so yeah, so the first 5 characters, again, these should be 100% solidified, either these or their counterparts. And then the last 3 characters could be literally any 3 characters. I pulled up 5 here. I would expect at least one of these to make it there, but it may not be any. It could be, the OG Dokkan Fest Brolys, or maybe Gohan. It could literally be anyone. It's very, very hard to kind of guess those last 3. I feel like those are completely up to chance, right? Just there's really no way to tell. Moving on, that is the Dokkan Fest side of things. Okay, so that is the Dokkan Fest banner so far. The Dokkan Fest for Worldwide, of course. Then we have the Legendary Summon, the Carnival banner. These are very, very tough to kind of gauge because at first it seems like a random assortment of LRs. But upon closer inspection, you just tend to realize that a lot of these characters are related, right? Like Vegeta, Goku. This card does have Goku in it, so it's like basically a Goku and Vegeta, then a Goku, then a Goku, then a Goku. Frieza fought Super Saiyan Goku, obviously not this specific form of Goku, but you get the point. And then the last 3 characters, just some movie hero, movie bosses characters that relate in some way, of course, right? Because this is the cooler movie Super Saiyan Goku from the second cooler movie, and so you get the point, right? So you can kind of say, you know what? Okay, so what in the world relates to Broly? And the first card that pops into my mind is the STR LR Broly here. I think he'll definitely be featured on the banner, just as Tech LR Broly should be featured on this banner. These 2, in my opinion, are absolutes. Like, I don't think there's a way that these 2 do not appear. Look at every single Goku here, right? That ends up, again, it's Vegeta, but it's Vegeta and Goku, right? So come on. a lot of Gokus for a Goku banner. I think at least 2 Brolys for a Broly banner makes a lot of sense in my opinion. On top of that, we have, I would assume to be, like, again, if we're looking at what relates to Broly, it could be category-wise, so things like Planetary Destruction, right? It could be other extreme class pure Saiyan characters. It just depends on what they want to go with, but because of the entire celebration as a whole, I do think STR Turles is a possibility, because he got an EZA as well, giving players a chance that if you don't pull Broly, at least you're pulling a character who does have an EZA, especially a recent EZA, so this makes sense as an inclusion for the banner. And then we do have this Broly here. I know he was recently featured on one of the anniversary banners, but again, it's like, I'm just trying to relate to this Broly as much as possible, the same way they do on this banner. So I think these first 4 characters are pretty likely to appear. I just deleted Broly by accident, but you get the point. And then also, if you notice on this banner, this is a super class carnival banner, and the first 6 LRs, 2 are extreme class. So this Vegeta is an extreme class character, and this Frieza is an extreme class character. So trying to keep that same theme alive, I think the last 2 characters on the banner could easily be super class characters, since Broly is obviously extreme class. One could be a Super Saiyan Goku. Obviously, Super Saiyan Goku fights Broly. And another one could be Super Saiyan Goku. And by the way, Super Saiyan Goku does fight Broly. So I think these 2 could be really good inclusions on the banner. This guy with the ZZA is very strong as well. So overall, the banner would look something like this. I think out of these 6 LRs, I would say at least 4 of these have a very high chance of appearing on the banner. Again, specifically things like Broly, and of course Turles. The other Gokus are kind of up in the air, but trying to follow the same trend that 2 years ago that the Carnival banner had, I think it's somewhat likely to have, you know, like if Frieza, because we don't have another, like, I guess they could have thrown like, well, no, there is no yellow coin, yeah, there's no yellow coin LR Cooler, so they couldn't have put him on the banner. So Frieza relates, obviously, the same way someone like Goku would relate. So I guess it makes sense there. And then on the Carnival banners, there are 3 extra SSRs. These are not Dokkan Fest characters. These are, you know, just banner units and units who have appeared over time that still relate in terms of maybe categories, whatever the case may be. So my pick for those 3, there's 2 options. One, they either drop this. This would be extremely hype, because these guys, I think these 3 appearing on the banner would guarantee for me a super EZA. I think it's going to happen regardless. But if these guys get their super EZA and they're very good, them being on this banner is going to be a massive W. And this is also a representation from movie 10. And if it's not going to be these 3, then it could just be a random assortment of movie heroes or movie bosses characters, in which case it could be something like this. I do also expect this Gohan to get an EZA, because he is a movie 10 Broly character, so he does relate to the celebration. Now, Bojack is a movie bosses, but the same way Turles can get some love, we could easily get some love for other Z movie bosses, like, example, Bojack. So him being on the banner could be, we'll see how that works. And then last but not least, we do have this STR Piccolo. This could easily end up being the other STR AoE Piccolo, or it could just be, again, it could literally be any movie hero or movie boss's characters. These are just the ones that are my pick that make the most sense to me. And yeah, so based on, of course, like who I think could get EZAs. I think filling up the banner with characters who are going to get buffs within the celebration is super important. Like, again, STR Turles already got an EZA, so throwing him on the banner would not be an L for players who don't have him Rainbow, don't have him at all, because now you have a character who isn't just fodder, they're good. So these guys getting super EZAs is a massive W. If, you know, if they do, them appearing on the banner is great. This Gohan, I really do think we're going to EZA the celebration, so it's a W. Piccolo is still very good, one of the best banner units ever released in my opinion. And then Bojack could easily get an EZA. Maybe we'll have to wait for a Bojack specific celebration to see that, but honestly, when it comes to the Bojack movie, we don't really need that many EZAs anyway. Like, we really only have AGL Bojack can get an EZA, STR Bojack can get an EZA, and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Like, what other EZA are you giving to Bojack movie characters? I mean, I guess you can an Awakening and EZA for the free-to-play Super Saiyan 2 BoJack movie Gohan. But at this point, I don't really know. Anyways, yeah, these are the banners. This is what I think the banners most likely will look like. Again, with some variation. You know, I'm not technically wrong if it's anti-Rudigar in this spot, because again, it's just the concept. Like, this is going to be one or the other. This is going to be one or the other. AGL Super Saiyan 3 or Fat Boo. This is going to be one or the other. This will be one or the other, right? Again, when it comes to this banner, it's a lot hard to predict, but I think I did a good job at trying to kind of gauge the theme of the banner, cross-referencing that with, you know, last year or the banner from 2 years ago, and, you know, trying to come up with something that I think makes sense, that isn't like too OP or too outlandish to expect from a Carnival banner. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed. Are you excited? Would you be excited if this is what the banners look like? Let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.